Meteor, Satoshi, Derplander. We know our poster-loving boilerplate Warrior of Light stand-in by many names. He is the point-of-view character for the player in trailers, in promotional materials, and game covers. Appearing in the iconic form of a different job in each expansion for well over a decade, he's quite literally the face of Final Fantasy XIV. But he wasn't always the only one. Back in the early days of 1.0, a second character was given a high-resolution CG-rendered model. A female Hyur, who dressed in exactly the same armor. A gender-swapped variation of the character. It's unknown what the original plan was for her. An alternate take on the protagonist, a fellow adventurer, maybe even a villain. Although she was used in pre-release publicity for 1.0 for more than a year, often alongside her male counterpart, she never made it into the game, and likely would have been lost to time. But her existence as a possible female Warrior of Light sparked an interest amongst the fans who found her art. Since she was a variation of Meteor, they dubbed her Comet. And for a long time, she's remained a figure known only to a depressingly few number of people. However, her popularity is starting to grow. There was even recent speculation when a new female character was spotted in the 6.2 trailer that this might be a deliberate recreation and a nod to the fans of the Lost Heroine. However, we know that not to be the case now. But regardless, she is the alternate Warrior of Light. She might not entirely be the non-white, non-straight, non-binary, non-Hyur hero of our dreams, but at least she's not quite the white-bread, generic, stereotypical male character, who in reality only represents a certain portion of the player base. Mainline Final Fantasy games have had painfully few female protagonists, despite many phenomenal female characters. To name a few in no particular order that I'm sure won't have some of you upset your waifu is missing. There is Lulu, Rydia, Tifa, Yuna, Terra, Rinoa, Kryle. No, wrong Kryle. There we go. Aerith, Riku, Lightning. The entire female cast of Final Fantasy XIV. Fran, Freya, and the White Mage of FF1. Best girl. There have always been female members of the cast, and often they are as beloved as the protagonist. But your point of view and character you inhabit are inseparable from the story you experience. Traditionally, games, particularly fantasy games, have been marketed towards boys and men, as there was a prevalent view that girls did not play them, and boys wouldn't want to play a female character, which in all reality became a painfully self-fulfilling prophecy. But those tides have long since shifted, and whether convention or industry are prepared, people of all kinds now call themselves gamers and warriors of light. Just look around Limsa. Or, better yet, don't. How about Ul'Dan the Quicksands? Or not that either. Gridania? Nope. Is there anywhere that's not full of weirdos? Well, moving on. When we look to the recent era of Square Enix, no, Final Fantasy XIII doesn't count, it was 14 years ago. Yes, feel old. We have, at best, Final Fantasy XV adding a character creation option that allowed you to play Noctis as female in gameplay only, and there were no options for even that much in Final Fantasy XVI. Thankfully, we can represent ourselves, or our desired characters, however we wish in the wide world of Eorzea, even if not in its official marketing. And perhaps one day, we'll see Comet on another shard, a kindred spirit of adventure and journey. After all, just look at Arbert. And perhaps, with such a meeting, her and Meteor might share center stage on a poster and trailer. But regardless, while we wait for gaming as a whole to catch up to reality, be it in our own representations, or a black-haired Hyur lost to time, fans have found their own protagonist for Final Fantasy XIV, regardless of race, orientation, or gender. Thanks for watching, Archons.